I want my music.
Hey, it's coming right now. Ready? Tyra's back. Charles is back. We're all back to have some fun. So let's be awesome together.
I need a masseuse. Can we arrange that? Is that part of the package deal for this show?
What do you need? You need a green room. You need some
Yeah.
M&Ms.
I need somebody to rub my right shoulder.
Oh, well,
'Cause-
I'm not so sure that's going to be in the rider for this
Why
show every
not?
week, but I'm sure
Why
we can
not?
get Sasquatch to sneak in and take care of that for you. So, as I like to call
personal
him,
Big Yeti.
as I like to call Shane,
What
Shorty,
do you like to call him?
he's a
Because
good.
you froze on my screen.
I call him Shorty because he's a good 2 inches shorter than me. So, I love to do that.
We have you and 3 other friends that are all taller than Shane.
No, I'm the only one. Have you not met me? See, you don't add people to my story, Tyra. I am the only one. I am Neo in everybody's life. Just saying.
Oh, geez. God help us. Okay, moving on now.
All right.
So how was your week, Charles? By the way, I think everybody should know that here on Be Awesome Together, we always have a plan, even when we don't.
Yeah. And when the plan fails, we change the plan, just never the goal.
We have plans coming up, but we don't have a plan for tonight.
We do actually have a guest coming up on December 5th.
I know.
And we're going to get that promo going here in a little bit. Not tonight, but shortly after tonight. But I've got some dates for the decon, and I'm thinking.
So we were talking earlier before y'all joined us about DragonCon, and Charles has some super secret news.
I do. It's things that need to be. Some of it needs to be public, but where do I see that? So it was a list of all the important dates. Because I didn't go to the dashboard. Let's go to the dashboard for 2025. So I can already go ahead and tell you from my email, the first volunteer meeting, as in you are a volunteer and you're coming back, or as in I want to be a new volunteer, is on March 22nd at the Marriott.
Or if you pretend to be a volunteer.
Yeah, well, there's that too. It's open to the public, basically. And then the second volunteer meeting is on July 20th at the Hilton.
Okay, so what was that first one? March what?
March 22nd.
March 22nd at the Marriott.
Yeah.
And the other one was July. What was the other one? July
20th at the Hilton.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure to say something about both of those. I love going to them. It's like a little tiny moment of DragonCon for a couple hours where I get to see my buddies and hug people.
It really is.
I'm a hugger, by the way, if you're out there. Tyra's a hugger. It's true.
So I guess I should have maybe. I might should have taken a screenshot of that because every year, all volunteers, including directors, we have to re-register, and you apply to return. I use quoted fingers because for myself, I have a second job at DragonCon now, so I'm always going to be at DragonCon. I'm not. I used to actually worry about it. Mm-hmm.
Did you get your letter for the trek yet? When does that?
They haven't sent them yet.
Okay.
So that was the email we got this week. Was hey, we're excited about 2025. Here's the dates for the directors' meetings and volunteer meetings. Also, here's an announcement, Sarah. It's mostly volunteer type announcements for DragonCon right now. But I can go ahead and tell you, if you're in Atlanta, again, since you just popped in, the volunteer meetings are on March 22nd and July 20th. So there's that. And for the Volunteer Appreciation Day, that will be at Dave & Buster's on March 23rd is when that'll be. So the day after the first volunteer meeting will be the Volunteer Appreciation Day. And they will send out, if you're a volunteer, they send out a save the date, register kind of deal. But I was just saying with Event Denny, that's what we used to plan our side of DragonCon. As of volunteers and everything. And so I had to go reapply. I mean, it's what you're asking about the letter, but that was, they sent out that email right now. Just, you know, mark your intent to come back, that kind of thing, and make sure your address is right and this kind of stuff. I have had a problem with my address that I've been working with Mandy on directly. So I did change it. I'm checking my account again right now, but I did change it when I re-registered, and no, it changed it back. It won't save it. I'm gonna have to message Alex. Sorry, I'm sorry. See, no, wait. When I go to edit it, it's this is something wrong. When I go to update it, it's right, but on the main profile, well, now it's right. Tyra, it was not right.
I'm here to be magic. I'm Tinkerbell.
Charles is breaking up for everybody. I don't know what's going on tonight.
He's got weirdness. It's probably, we'll blame a child.
We've gone over this a lot on Wise and Nerdy with the Patreon edition.
Does this happen on Wise and Nerdy too?
Computer, yeah, it's off and on. I mean, it's not internet. I think it's my computer dying, and I'm trying to get to Christmas so I can get my Christmas bonus. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to get my Christmas bonus, but I might. Yes, I can do that, Sarah.
I will.
But I will. I'll do that. I'm going to drop off and try to connect to my phone and be right back.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, so no, it's okay. I can take control. No worries.
Yes. All right.
I've got this.
Women's Lib.
Yes, 100%. Let's talk about Charles, shall we? Hi, I'm here all by myself, Sarah Rose. I'm going to put them in the thing. So March 22nd is the one at the Marriott, which I will probably spell incorrectly. And then July 20th is at the Hilton. That's Doppy. He does not have a sock. I did finally give Shane back his sock. I got shamed into it. What have you got? Well, we're going to hope that's not a sock is what we're going to do. We're just going to cross our fingers. So downstairs in my house right now is Scott Moore. Groove is for life. Him and my husband are having a nice chat while Charles and I are on here. Actually, I don't even have Charles. I'm just here. Doggy is cute. His name is Dobby, and I love him so much. He's a sweetheart. But today he ripped up our comforter. I think his toy got caught in it, and he had a canary. So anyway, going to be replacing that tonight on Amazon, waiting for Charles to come back. What else can I talk to you about? I don't know about y'all, but I'm an educator, and I am so ready for fall break. You put yourself in.
Yes, I believe in all libs are equal. I don't know.
You're still bad. Anyway, yes, Dobby is adorable. And Doggy also works as well. We call him Dobbert. He has many nicknames. Hi, I'm back. You're back. I rambled like a crazy
woman. Am I back, though? Am I back?
So far, so good. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Here's the second date, July 20th. I forgot to hit the return button.
So I intended to share.
Ooh, what are you sharing?
See, it's. I think it's my computer. It's not the internet.
Oh, he's frozen
I changed.
Again. Oh, I think it's your computer as well.
Yeah, I changed.
No, this is not good. Okay, so anyway, Charles is having technical difficulties. And I just want you to know that panel submissions are already open. If you go onto our Discord, you should see a link for them. I'm sure Charles will probably trump that later, but yes, they are open. I will be posting it up on our socials, but I haven't yet. Either way, you'll be back soon. You'll remember you belong to DragonCon. He does belong to DragonCon. He's that. Though this weekend, Charles and I are going to be at Conjuration in Gwinnett, and we are super excited. I haven't been to this con in a while, so I'm hoping we have a great time. I'm going to be on Wise and Nerdy for the first time.
Yeah, you are.
So don't worry, they're not closing anytime soon, Sarah Rose. So you got plenty of time to get your panel submissions in, and I promise that we will shout it out the rafters when we're going to close it down. But Scott Moore, I think, was the first one to submit.
He was.
I know. He's so excited about it.
He was waiting.
Well, he's now accountable, you see. So he didn't wanted to keep the momentum going. So get ready. So if you need help with your panel ideas, we've got a chat room for that in our Discord where you can, bounce around some panel ideas or look for people to join you or bring expertise to the ball. Let's see, what else have we got going on? We have that. We've got a new logo that I've got to talk to somebody and refurbish a little bit. And there's your link for the panels. It's a Google Doc. You're going to fill out a form. It's going to be awesome. And then Kaz will do something with it. And then Charles will see it. And it'll eventually there'll be a schedule that's like magic before every other track. Aww.
Well, along that line too, we added something new.
Oh, yes.
So if you join our Discord, it's under announcements. And it is okay. Who is Fidelma? Like Castro's is Fidelma? I mean,
No.
I don't understand what the reference is. And I was irritated because I'm like trying to find you in my list. Like I know Tyra and I talked at least in the top 5 Discord chats. And finally I saw Fidelma in a chat with Hammond. I was like, oh, that's Tyra. What is that?
No. Did it change me throughout all the servers? It did. Oh.
Apparently.
I'll change back. I'm sorry.
Hey, you do you, boo-boo. I don't care. I was just like, who is that?
There we go. I joined I joined a Taylor Swift Discord.
Good for you.
Because we need it because let me tell you something. My husband is a Chiefs football fan, and he loves the Chiefs. And we did not get the game. We got the Commanders and somebody else. I don't even know. So he was like, we don't want to pay the outrageous price for an NFL ticket. And I went, I wonder if the Swifties have figured this out. They live stream every single live show of Taylor Swift. I bet they figured out this football madness. Sure as they have there's like 3 Discord servers and they all live stream the game for people to watch who can't. And so we illegally watched that game and it was great. So thank you, Swifties. We love you. Thanks for being part of Chiefs Kingdom. And we won.
Red
and it was awesome.
Kingdom. All right. So along the line. Okay.
So anyway.
Discord.
I stalled. Discord. Yes. I just changed my name back to Tyra.
You're good. Join our Discord. It is.
Yes, please.
We'll put up a link here. It's Linktree, linktr-ee. Oh my goodness, Tyra. This internet stuff's got me all crazy. It's not even internet. Got great internet. I think my computer is literally limping towards Christmas to where I get my Christmas bonus and I can buy a new one. But there you go. Linktree is DC Digital Media Track. And when you join our club there, you'll see the room announcements. And in the room announcements, I made an announcement a few days ago where we opened up submissions. But we also heard everybody. And Tyra and I are going to work on doing a video on how to maneuver through Discord and what it is and who you can ask for help and how you can get some guidance, those kind of things. But also, I mean, if Joe tells us what to say, we'll say it. It's fine.
Joe is the Discord man.
He really is. But along the same lines, we heard you. There's certain people that are like, I'm too busy. Like Phil almost misses the deadline every year for panels
every year
because he mutes Discord. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry, man. That's a choice because I don't have time to send a million emails out. I don't want to send a million emails out. I don't want to track anybody down. I've built this amazing I enabled it. Others built it, and we all chipped in and made it what awesome it is.
He forced us to come.
A little bit. I was forced to go, but you know what? I just leaned into it. And so we're in Discord, and it's a great place to be. And that's where we connect. And so many new panels have come out of it. So many new panelists have come out of it. It's doing exactly what it needs to do, which is bring everybody together. So yeah, join up, but people miss it. So we have gone. Well, I have gone because Tyra, you'll know when we have gone because it'll look pretty and be amazing. Tyra is going to go mess around with it. But this is our MailChimp that we have that you can sign up for. And ultimately, we're going to split it off. But right now, it's just one thing. So we're going to start doing some newsletters about Be Awesome together and what we talked about on the episode so that you can sign up if you want and get right in your email. but also all the track announcements, all the panel schedules. I'll put it into Discord, and
Okay.
then
Yeah.
hopefully, theoretically, somebody else will take it out of Discord and put it in MailChimp. Yeah, there's a cause. There's a cause in this world.
But there is a cause. I don't know if she knows MailChimp. We'll find out. And where is cause? Where is her cause? I don't see.
I bet you I know where she is. Because right
Where?
before the show, we were chatting in Discord, and she's now got the feedback. We got third announcement. The panel feedback has come in. So if you would like a copy, I will only release the copies of the panels themselves to the panelists that were on that panel. So that's I mean, it's not public knowledge, it's also not private knowledge, but I just feel like that's the best path is for somebody to go, hey, can I have it? And I go, yep, you're on that panel, you're a creator, yeah, you want the feedback, here you go. Because it can go sideways pretty fast and things can get twisted. But I will say this, Tyra, it's a 5-star system, right? And we always say rate us 5 stars. Right. I didn't see the announcement. Last year I got the announcement and we rated the con itself gets the rating. Oh. The digital media track actually rated about a quarter of a point higher than the con itself. Now, I will love that all day long, but also those statistics. We had maybe 2,000, 3,000 people rate us, and they had 80,000. So statistically, they beat us, but we beat them on paper. But this year, I don't know what theirs. Yeah. We, as a track as a whole, averaged 4.85 out of 5 stars.
That's amazing.
Yep.
I'm going to do up a fake Yelp review with that.
I love it.
4.85 stars.
Yeah.
Out of 5. Oh, there's going to be just you wait. That's going to be a post.
So I can actually pull up some of the feedback. If you'd like, you and I can discuss some of the feedback, like the opening panel, the closing panel, things that I was on. I was going to give some more dates, but it does not look like it looks. So when I did my application for Event Any, I went through everything and it showed like the important director dates. I didn't do a screenshot because I thought, I can come right back to it. But because it's still an application, am I frozen again?
No, you're fine.
Let it go. All right. But since it's still in application mode, I don't have DragonCon 2025 yet. So I can't. I was going to talk about some of the volunteer days and some of the other things. Like there's charity dates coming up that.
Oh, good.
I'm not entirely sure how it's all been announced. The superheroes, but you can go to that part of the web dragoncon.org, probably /superhero. But if you just go over to events, there's charity events.
I'm going to go find out.
Yeah. So but they've already done their first superhero event. Well, I guess it's their last event of this year, technically, but we count the new year from the end of DragonCon to the end of the next DragonCon. So for this year, 2025, it was
November 9th.
Right there. Yeah, they just had it. So that was, I guess, technically the last one for 2024, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I was supporting Open Hand Atlanta. So the next one is February 2nd from 12 p.m. noon to 3 p.m. at the DragonCon office. They're going to be building kits for in-town cares and making Valentines for Open Hand Atlanta. So go be.
I'm gonna try to get over to that one.
Yeah, that might be fun. When is Chattacon? It's in the middle of February. Okay. I have issues. I have so many issues remembering stuff. It's not even funny, people.
I mean, you do dye your hair pink.
I do, and it's artificial intelligence. It has not freaking kicked in. I just want to say that. Here I am, not having kicked in. I also think there's one of my friends in the photo header of the superheroes, so that's kind of cool. But again, it's in February. I'll try to make an announcement and put up something about it on our channels because I'll forget. But first, there will be a 4.85 star review of our track.
Yeah, well, okay, that's that. So the average, I was wrong. I'm sorry. It's 4.84.
84. Okay, don't want to make a liar out of me.
Yeah. Here we go. We had 1,000 responses submitted.
Not bad.
998 to be exact. And so in the categories of 1 through 5, you know what? Let me download this so I can zoom it A little bit. I put on my other screen. It's too far away.
All I have to say is progressives and bifocals. They are your friend.
I've got I got new glasses going too.
Okay, progressives actually help with the whole computer television book thing, as I like to refer to it. So you have multiple. Okay, we're back. We're having the strangest night, people. I think the ghosts from Halloween are still here.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
Okay, I don't do ghosts. They're scared of me. But can I open this in sheets? Thank you. I've had issues off and on for months now, and not so much on Be Awesome. So it's made it hard to diagnose because I changed internet companies. I was definitively having problems with my other internet company. Internet got much better. It didn't make my problem better. Right.
Your computer.
Yeah, I've tried the browsers. I've had people help me. We thought maybe it was StreamYard, but then I had it happen on Teams, and it's never consistent. It's never straight, and I can do a speed test every time, and it's fine. So yeah, this is what my computer's doing. Somebody flushed, and
Please tell me that you have it backed up.
That's a whole nother conversation. So here's the thing.
No.
The rare files that I need are backed up. I don't do anything on this computer but play video games and stream.
Okay, fine.
So, yeah, like this, that is in our Google Drive. So it is backed up. So is this. So we got that too. And if you're a Ren and Stimpy fan,
yes, sir, I like it.
We got that too. So, but yeah, no, everybody, we talked about this on Wise and Nerdy, and they're like, oh, I'm like, I actually have a hard drive attached to this. That's my old PC, like literally it's just called old C drive. I haven't touched anything in it. On photos, the only thing I really care about is family photos and experiences. Mm-hmm. Are you staring at me or did you freeze?
No, I'm like, dude.
But you're also forgetting this is just a production machine. My life machine is my Mac. Right. Okay. So I have my work and stuff on that.
Get the photos backed up for me, okay?
Oh yeah. Photos from all the phones, everything goes to Google Photos. We pay for that. That I want.
That thing's gonna die.
Oh yeah, but this is literally every video game I have I can just download and we're good.
It'll be fine.
All right. Number 1, how would you rate the sound quality and other technical aspects of the panel? 1 being poor, 5 being excellent, 4.84 on that one.
That's a good one. So is that overall for all of our panels?
So I told you, I thought that was average. It's not the average. The average is going to be in that. It's like 4. Nothing goes below a 70, 4.7. So we are high 4s. Okay.
That's awesome.
But of course, we sound great. That's what our team does, and it's amazing.
We would hope. I mean, it would be bad if we sounded bad.
I agree.
Can I say that though? We did have some streaming problems, but we're
that's out of our control.
Hotel internet people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have no control.
Yeah. 2, there's only 5 categories. So 1 was sound.
Okay.
2, putting the content and panelists aside, please rate how the panel was moderated. Didn't you do some moderations, Tyra?
I did.
Well, we as a whole, as a moderating group, 4.82 is what we came in at.
That's awesome. So the 4.82 for moderating. I'm getting that Yelp review. It's going to have little bars for each of these, right?
Yeah.
Overall, we were 4.84 in sound quality.
Yeah. How much? Number 3, how much would you like to see these panelists return next year? 1 is I love this. 1 is actively against it. 5 is I'd love it. 4.82 again.
Yes. Love our panelist.
Number 4.
I'm ready. Let's bring it on.
How likely would you be to attend this panel again next year? Overall, 4.73. That was the lowest. That's the lowest score.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes you see a panel and you don't need to see it twice.
Sure. Sometimes people like to. I have not read any of the comments on this yet. We might play with a few of those. I haven't really skimmed it yet. But in the past, it's been dumb things like rated a 11111. It was so hot in this room. That has nothing to do with the panel, the panelist, the sound, the anything. And
You see, in data analysis, what we do with that one is we chunk it to the curb.
yeah, you eliminate the outliers.
You eliminate not just the outliers, but you know that they're not rating the panelists; they're rating the heat.
Yeah. Well, I've even gone to where you could easily tell a panel told their room rate it 5 stars and say we need a bigger room because every review was 5 stars. We need a bigger room for all 10. It's like that doesn't get us a bigger room. Stop.
We wish.
How likely would you be to attend this?
Uh-oh.
No, I read that. So that's 4. Okay, 5. How would you rate the? We're good. We're back. All right. How would you rate the panel presentation overall? 4.80.
Ooh.
So let's get a few of these.
That's exciting. I'm going to have the cutest little Yelp review. Or maybe TripAdvisor. We might be TripAdvisor.
I think it would all be good. All right. So I'll pick mine. We'll start mine. Digital Confluence, where creators, whatever I said.
Zen is with us. Zan is with us.
What does get you a bigger room? Well, I'm glad you asked. Patreon.com/be awesome together. You two can, no, it's not. We'd love to have that, but that's not how you get a bigger room.
No.
Okay. That's the speech. So it's different. It's a very nuanced thing. I request rooms, and there is a balance and flow to everything. I will say I feel like facts don't have feelings, and feelings don't have facts usually, but I feel like the digital media track gets some preference when we're requesting rooms for 2 reasons. One is I try to get it in a second we can start putting the things in the database, because the earlier you request rooms, the earlier you get considered. The second reason is because we consistently deliver, and if I know that we didn't fill that room or did anything, if it was, case in point, I think one of the first years Tyra moderated the Awesome Women in Digital Media panel, we were in a big room and 30 people showed up. And so the next year I pulled it right back down into our room, so where it'd fill up and feel like it filled up versus 1,000-person room where 100 people were empty.
That was the year we had the girls who are the wives of something.
Yes.
That was so vague. I'm sorry. I can't remember any of their names.
No, I know. I can't right now either. McElroy's
women. Yes.
McElroy's.
And I think that's why we were in that room.
Yeah, because we all anticipated. Katie, I think yourself, myself, we all anticipated a bigger response. But the reality, it wasn't about that. And the people that were there were engaging is really good. But also I try to prove to every year to the powers that be that it's all about the show for us. And we're not going to go, we're important and beat our chest and, we deserve a bigger room. I'm going to go, no, that panel will work much better in my big room downstairs, my 130, 140 person room. And it does work much better down there for some reason.
It does.
And I think it should pack out the 3,000 person room, but it is what it is.
We take
but there's still a limit. And I asked for, this year I think I asked for the most big rooms, and we had like 10 to 12. Because I don't know all the programming, I can't get these facts, but I feel like that's a pretty large percentage of the limited big rooms that we can share. I know that I have never been turned down for a big room. I just try to very, very much, I really try to ask only for the ones I know that are going to really, that's the reality. You got to fill it.
Well, and you also, we're in the basement of the Hilton. Okay. We smell barbecue and we don't have air conditioning. We've learned to live with some of these things. Some of them we don't like so much. But to get to another space is hard because there's other tracks competing and other tracks that have it. Places we do not want to go. The corgi. No corgi. Okay.
It's a walk. I did a panel with
It's not
Stoner
the
Gump
walk.
down there.
I stay at the Ritz, honey. It's 3 blocks down the street. That's not the reason. Tracks
This
go
is
to the
still an
corgi.
official Dragon Con show.
What?
I
What?
said this is still an officially tied to Dragon Con show.
What did I
We
do?
love our partners at the Cortland Grand.
We love the Cortland. Yes, they're lovely.
I hate you so much right now.
I know
Look,
you do.
I did do my first show down there.
But the rooms
and
there are not the greatest. I mean,
was-
just in terms of getting people there.
I got lost. I'm not gonna lie. I got
Right.
lost going to Stoner Gump and I were going to go do Finding the Stories, and
Oh, okay.
we did okay with the room. It was converted from a ballroom, and so it was really big, but only half of it had seats. But we filled the seats. That's all that really
good.
matters. But yeah, I got a little lost trying to find the ballrooms because I'm not that familiar
confusing
with
little
it.
place, and
But-
and there's not a lot of. There's a couple of tracks down there that have been down there for a while.
Yeah.
So-
And well, that's the same like with us. If I'd love to say when, but if we move to, I'd like to go to the West End because I've been told by IT
Okay.
that would suit us better. Our best friend track, if you will, is over there. The gaming track, video games, gaming. Yeah, video games.
I think gaming.
There's a couple different game tracks.
There
There's
is. I think
gaming, which I
video
think is
gaming
board
is-
games. Then there's
I think video games may be at the corgi. I'm not sure.
I don't. It's Tori and Jason who run it, and I honestly apologize because I'm egotistical and I only care about my tracks. I don't really learn the other tracks as well as I should, but I have to now. I'm a spokesperson, so.
So you should know these things. I'm opening up the Dragon Con app to find out where they were. So give me just a second.
Cool.
I'll
Yeah,
let
I
you know.
think
Talk amongst yourselves.
I think it is video gaming because they very much focus on Twitch streaming and those kind of things. If Bobby were here, he could really tell
I
us.
know. Where's
But-
Bobby?
We actually did some great hand in hand type content this year where they had a complimentary panel to what we're doing. We shared panelists, some guests actually too. They had a couple of gaming guests that came in that we were able to use on the digital media track. So we'd like to go to the Westin, but yeah, the bigger room. Like I said, I've never been turned down for a big room when I requested it. I've had a few conversations about how something could work and could we move it to this time or that time. But yeah, what you got, Tyra?
The video games are over in the corgi, which is where. Or no, they're at the Hilton. Did I just see that right? No, the video room. Ignore Tyra. Tyra does not know what
Right.
she's doing. It's been a long day already. Let's see. They're in the Westin, so that makes sense.
Yeah, the Westin.
And they have stuff all over the frickin' place. Anyway, sorry, pardon me, excuse me. They're over in the Westin, which makes sense because the tabletop is over there, RPG is over there in that general area. So it's over at the Merchants Mark. Tyra can't talk today.
America's Mart, which is
America's Mart. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So the digital confluence overall,
Yes.
5-star ratings. A few threes in there. Great networking event. Good idea to have everyone introduce themselves. Let's see. This one says, I liked starting Dragon Con off with this panel as a good introduction to the weekend. Felt very unifying for the community. All the speakers did really well. Now that was a positive review. I love that, but it was detailed about what they liked. I like that,
Right.
not just amazing panel. It's hard. I can't really build off amazing panel. I also can't build off it was crap. But if you give constructive criticism, like I think I got one time that was fair. I can't remember what it was, but it was basically knocking me. But in the situation we were in, I was like, yeah, no, that was fair. Things kind of went sideways. You're right.
Sometimes they do. I mean,
See, something like this is great. I really appreciated what Heather Bodie shared and Elise Teague was on. She was amazing. Okay, all right, finally. I'm a media professor specializing in digital media. I'm like, Tyra, did you review this?
Not me. This is not me.
And the way
I
I
was
love
at
my
dinner.
That's right, you were. I am a media professor specializing in digital media, and the way I love my students who are content creators or wanting to come to this panel to learn from these folks would be awesome. All I can do is tell them about it and connect them to these folks. This was brilliant. Thank you.
Aw,
Cool.
that's
And I
awesome.
wonder if that person realizes that there's a link that they can have.
I
Um,
know.
this one was first time visiting the track. Great time. Always love the kickoff. A lot of fives. I'm trying to look. I mean, I'll read the negative ones if I can find one. That sounded arrogant, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. Okay.
I
A more
interpret you,
direct
girl.
title like content creator networking event, I think would have been yielded more people. That feels like, oh, that's the Vogue presents. Okay. I scrolled too far. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay.
And
So I'm going to own
was
that one.
new. That
I'm
one
going to
was
own that one.
new.
I was trying to give Bobby and Rob and Vogue Network launching pad to get a little bit more attention. They've done so much work behind the scenes. I was trying to. That's why I said Vogue presents. But yeah, probably we should just cut it down to content creator networking event. Just they're right.
And we can always put hosted by.
Yeah, put it at the end
I know
instead of the
they're
beginning.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're. I know they're excited about doing it again.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. And they gave it 5 stars across the board. But you could have been fair. I mean, you're fair, and that was on me and not them. You know, I did that. Let's see this one. Comedy for a Cause, great event. Would have loved an opportunity to get info on all the comedians. That is good feedback. That's something we can help Damon Lee with this year of having cards. That's what I'm looking at. Cards up on the screen for them. Like here's a picture, their name, and a QR code where you can find their stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
We do have. They were all listed in our videos that I created for Comedy for a Cause. We always try to pump up Comedy for a Cause, and I was really happy that we were, you're always concerned when somebody new is taking over something because you don't know them, they don't know you, you don't know how it's going to work, and he did a great job. I'm really, really was happy and pleasantly surprised. So very, very good.
This I'm trying to see. It's just I find ratings interesting. Man, this thing's formatted. It's so weird. It's hard for me to get it. Come on. Would you stop?
No, I won't.
Well, neither will this. Okay. Overall, and that one be return. Okay. So we were on Comedy for a Cause, and I saw some low scores. And I think this might fall into it's not for everybody because they gave it a 2 unlikely to return and a 3 on an overall score. And their review was third comic was funniest, indicates the others were funny, but it says funniest. Rest were pretty good. Last headliner comic fun, but they rated it a 2 to come back and a 3 overall. Hey, that's like Dennis. Dennis spent. We reviewed one of the Star Wars movies as a big panel for Breaking the Panel back when I hosted that show.
I remember Breaking the Panel. And
he spent an hour and a half just crapping all over the Star Wars movie. Gets it in. And to this day, if you know, you know. But we'll say 7 out of 10 hated it because that was his last review. I hate it. 7 out of 10 was his score. I'm like, and we're like, what is wrong with you? We've given him grief for years now, and usually it's just the 3 of us that use that reference, but every once in a while I'll just randomly go 7 out of 10, hated it. So that's this. 2 out of 5, hated it. Comic's funny. Everybody's pretty good. Okay.
That's hilarious.
A lot of good stuff. Just seeing some. A lot of this is a good, very entertaining, positive. Okay, this is a personal thing. Sure. Comedy for a Cause. It's a great idea. We had fun, but only 3 comics were actually funny. In parentheses, sorry. Like, it's taste. That's all it is. You're fine. You're fine. True. And they still gave pretty good ratings.
Absolutely true.
So,
and that's 100% true. I think comedy is one of the hardest things because we do all have tastes that are different. Like there's a lot of comics that people think are funny that I think are just evil and mean, and I don't like that kind of comedy. But
Yeah.
other people, they adore it and it makes them laugh, and they think so. It's just hard. But just so you
Yeah.
know, we're gonna have. I just downloaded some thumbnails for us to fix our YouTube channel so they don't all have the same ugly one.
Thank you. See, I
You're
know my
welcome.
limits. I know I could take the thumbnail that we have, and it's a
That was not
fine placeholder.
that wasn't our
What?
thumbnail. I don't know where you got that
Scott made it
anyway.
in. It came from Scott, didn't it?
Oh, okay.
I guess.
I'll play. I'll go
But
downstairs
okay,
and
I
talk
took
with him
one
about
that we
that.
had used or something. I don't
That's
know,
fine.
but
It's
it's fine.
It's
It gets the
fine.
point across, and it's professional, and it's not so
It
much to
is.
piss off Tyra, but it's just enough to go, okay, I want to fix that when I get some energy. So there you go.
Yeah. No, I just downloaded Thursdays and Fridays, so we're
Uh,
we're starting. Uh, but I found out in class, by the way,
oh wow, okay.
because I was showing them. So Mark Gunn, if you're out there, we had Mark Gunn last week. Please go back and listen to it. We had such a great time. But I
Check
was
out the
talking about
podcast.
check out the podcast. I was talking about crowdsourcing in class, and so I played his part where he talked about Patreon and looked at his um, Kickstarter. That's it. Don't forget his Kickstarter's live now. The Bragnargian Bards, whose name I cannot say correctly, but do it anyway. But it had his Kickstarter, and so I went to YouTube to find it, and that's when I discovered the 1,000 it felt like of the same thumbnail over and over. And I went, okay.
I told you I put up a basic thumbnail.
I totally blanked on that shit. So that'll be fixed soon. Yay.
And I am working my way through StreamYard, pulling down the panels and putting them back up, and going and getting the description that was originally submitted and putting it on the YouTube video, the YouTube video notes and the podcast notes. So it's going to get a little bit more searchability to all that.
That would be wonderful. And I'll go back and change the thumbnails.
This is a feedback I want to address because people can help us with it.
Yeah.
And it says great, funny, could use a bigger room. Love hearing that. Columns aren't, this is the part of it. Columns aren't great if you get sat behind them. And here's the thing. This is why we need every person that ever attended Dragon Con just to listen to this show, because we will help with how you go about and things, how you can be nice to each other, how you can help each other be awesome, this kind of things. And one of them is we have no control over how that room is set. These big rooms, we control our two little rooms. I mean, they're medium-sized rooms. They're not little rooms, but we literally changed all the seats. We knew whatever we want in those. But these ballrooms
changed everything.
Yeah. Last year, the Crystal Ballroom was set in a way that worked perfectly. It was a new design, and it really kept people from being behind columns, and I think it fit more people in. And then this year I walked in there and it was back to the old setup where there's plenty of rows that get sat behind columns in that room. And it's a Crystal Ballroom. We can't go and rip out those chairs because there's nowhere to move them with the whole way it's set up.
Yeah.
And we only have really about 20 minutes to get show ready. Actually, 5 to 10 minutes to get show ready, because then they start loading in people so they can see everybody so we can start on time. I always appreciate that feedback, but also I'm saying this, I mean, it was very well done. It was not mean. It was not nasty. They gave great reviews across the board, but also keep putting that in because somebody reads it, and maybe it'll help get a better room design.
And maybe Charles could say to somebody in charge, hey, I noticed this year they switched back to how the Crystal Ballroom was done. It was really much better in 2023. Can we talk to them about the setup? Not to hint or anything.
Oh, you're talking
That's
to me?
what I would. Yes, that's what I would do, is talk to somebody higher up and say, hey, I noticed that some people said this about the columns in the Crystal Ballroom. Can we maybe get them to set it up how they did in 2023? Let me sketch that for you real fast.
Yeah.
I have faith in you, Charles. that
I'll bring it up at the meeting. Actually, I have
just
potentially have a meeting at the office with them in the next week or two,
awesome.
so I can do that and then talk to
Just
the right people. Uh,
add it to the list.
I'm not. Help me parse this, you guys. So I jumped all the way to the end to the like and subscribe. Which, yes, I named it that to be a little bit of an ass. That's
I
what I
think
did.
it's cute.
I,
I don't think it was
I like it.
ass.
It fits, but it also is very. It's what everybody says, right? It's
I
all the.
know, but that's the funny
But
part.
I think so too. Phil gave me
I
crap.
thought it
I was
was.
like,
Oh no,
yeah.
I thought it was great.
So it's a wrap up and feedback thing, and it's really
Yeah.
is a here's what I observed, here's what some of my co-creators observed, here's some announcements, give us your feedback on what you observed. That's really what it is. It's not really a streamable panel, but we still stream it anyway because we stream everything.
Yeah.
But it's very much this is our time live to talk to each other, to say here's what we loved. Got a lot of great feedback on the room setups. Here's what we can change. Here's what I heard other people say about things. And it's just a cool collection of information. So here's the review of this. Still 4 and 5 stars across the board. But here, I help me out here, Tyra. I didn't
Okay.
discover that Dragon Con has a digital media track until this year because in the app schedule, location is very tiny, faint type. Okay. Well, I can't
Yes.
help you there, but I'm sure. And I do know in 2 years, we're going to a new app. So there's that. The panelists didn't get live audience questions on mic. We're slow to respond to Twitch chat questions. That was up to each panel and panelist or a moderator that we have a sign that says, Twitch question. Or at least we talked about, I saw it once or twice, but we have a way to say, hey, we have a Twitch question, but it was up to them if they wanted to take that question.
Well,
So
and
not all of them did.
if we were able to. That's the other thing. So
Right.
if somebody's there present, we usually took that question first. So sometimes we didn't get to a Twitch question.
Okay,
And
there's that. Sure.
sometimes because of how particularly room 1 was set up, the people that were running the Twitch stream were to your right as a moderator, and you
Yeah.
may not have seen them.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I would say that would be the biggest thing. The questions not being repeated, that's totally on the moderator. That probably was me because I'm sugar plum fairy's not good at that.
Well, yeah, and that is something that needs to be said. Like, hey, step up to the microphone, step up,
Right.
and that is something that we are coaching our moderators on. It's like, yeah, you can in the stream sit back and go, hey, I was wondering, and we hear you, but nobody else does. So,
Yeah,
and they did this on like and subscribe. People didn't really step up on this last panel to the microphones.
well, and part of the problem is having to step up to a microphone can diminish the conversation.
Yeah, yeah,
So if you're
and
having
even
a
throwing the
very
text box out there can too.
So I would say that sometimes you can't, if you're having a conversation, you try the best you can to repeat and summarize. But
Also, okay.
Well, we're first a live show. I mean, in person live. That's the primary audience. We're doing streaming as a bonus. It's the icing on the cake. It's the cherry on top of the ice cream. So the experience of the people there is what you're going to put primary and hope that you can translate all of that onto the stream. But in all honesty, it's hard to do that.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you. This is exactly why I asked you to help me parse this out. Slow to respond to Twitch chat questions. That is something else too. That the only person who actually sees the question is the technicians on the side. Well, wherever we're going to put them, but at the table. And if you're asking a question of the panelists and they don't get to get on mic and ask that question for you, they're not going to really type something back in the room. I know in the past, Tyra, we've had it tied.
I know. Yes, sir.
And then we've had it tied to different bots that would randomly put in, hit this button for clips, blah, blah, reminder, just automatic reminders that would come at different times in panels, and the chat for Twitch. And I wonder if we could do something like that again. I'd have to ask Joe. He could probably hook it up for us. That it'll come in as a reminder, like, first, we are an in-person live show. Your question may not get asked. We're going to do the best we can. It's something to that line, just to help
nice.
people
And
remember.
we can always do We should do an intro video. So, like for 2 years now, I've been over a year and a half now. We've been needing to do a Twitch intro video. We still haven't. Maybe we can film that this weekend, Charles.
Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe we can. We're gonna be awesome together at.
You're gonna bring my box.
Concentration. Yes, I know. It's sitting out.
Okay.
The case you forgot you had for the case that came with it.
I know.
Yeah.
But please.
What else am I supposed to bring you?
Stickers.
Stickers. Be awesome together. Stickers.
Be awesome together.
I will definitely get that. Okay. So this is another one. This one's more of a tech one. Same review. They asked for someone to put their own Discord server in the chat stream. No one ever did. One said in chat that they were prevented from posting it. Another posted something and it says brackets, the Discord link is on screen. No, it wasn't. Because also they're doing this through StreamYard. And
if they don't know where that link is, it can be hard to find. Charles, are you there? We just we went blank. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, no, I've had that happen too. Yes, I was here. I didn't lose you at all. But yeah.
Oh, good. I completely lost you. So I was just talking away.
I know. I've done the same thing. I'm with you.
And who knows what this audio is going to be like when it's all over with.
And I'm still thinking this is decent feedback. We'll look into how we can handle it, but we're not the technicians are not logged directly into Twitch. Yes. And so they're not there as a moderator in Twitch to handle that. I think Michelle actually brought that up for something to address for next year, because sometimes you get those spam comments or whatever.
Right. So we don't allow just anybody to drop a link into our Twitch streams. That's a negative. That's a no-no. But what we can do is make sure that our people have logins and are able to do that. And try to make a better effort of getting that out there. This year we also in person didn't have our screen that has the QR codes to follow us, so we had issues all around.
But and we are fixing those issues. And then the last part of this was I want to hear what you have to say about it, Tyra. Okay, I'm very frustrated. Are there actually very few virtual attendees who can't attend in person?
Okay, so I'm not sure what the comment was about. Is it about, are there actually a lot of people who watch virtually who can't attend in person?
It says, I'm very frustrated. Are there actually very few virtual attendees who can't attend in person? Yeah.
I would say that in general, we have a handful of people show up to the live streams. And a lot of what we do is take that live stream and then it goes on YouTube. And so mass audiences do tend to watch it there. But I would say that there is not hundreds and hundreds of people watching us on live streams. I would say there is a dozen people. And usually a lot of times it's somebody who usually comes to Dragon Con and can't. So, and that's part of what we're doing as a service to the community, because we all know that not everybody can come every year. It's an expensive little foray into nerddom. And because of that, we live stream. Not every track does that. But for those people who can't make it, can't fit in the room, can't, get the energy to get down there, we do have the live stream. So it really is a benefit, but it's not like droves and droves of people watching. Do you agree with that assessment?
Oh, yeah, 100%. It doesn't is a big number. And we don't know why, but only maybe because people don't understand it's out there. It's in the app. It lets people know, but I would think there'd be more people watching the stream just for the vicariousness, just for to live through the camera moments, because you couldn't be there. But specifically on like and subscribe, nobody watched that live. Well, this person I guess did, but it was like 2-3 people on that wrap up panel. It has changed our late night game to where people who would like to attend a late night panel instead can be back in their hotel room watching it on stream. I've actually done that many years. Like I don't want to stay up, man. It's Friday night. I got a whole car in front of me. Yeah.
I'm old. Hey, I gotta have some time.
Tinkerbell doesn't get old.
Tinkerbell now pre-games with Advil and aspirin.
I feel for this person. I hate that they were frustrated. I wonder if they saw any other of the panels, or if they just caught this one. Because I will tell you, 100%, we should be professionals through the finish line, but we're not. And
No,
because that last panel, we're just kind of chilling with friends and just
yeah,
chat.
but
So maybe
that's
we don't stream that one next year. Maybe we just go and kill it
and
right after Mark Gunn.
I think there's a reason why it should be that way. Um, is we are a group of people who have just done an amazing show, and there's a need to kick back and have that conversation, and not worry about, oh, do I have a microphone when I'm saying something. So, yeah, maybe it isn't one that needs to be live. Maybe it's one that's, hey, drop in and hear this. We might record it, we might drop it later, but even it's not a panel that even makes sense on a replay.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, um, yeah. But the one thing we did announce there,
Mm-hmm.
and that way we can re-announce here, and people can spread some word, is beautiful Scott, who now is going to be on panels. Is
I'm so
he stepped back?
excited.
I'm excited he's going to be on more panels, but also we were a little sad he stepped back from the volunteering, which is fully understandable. And so we are looking for a volunteer this year, not somebody to replace
Oh, that's
Scott,
true.
because we got like 4 people to replace one guy already.
It's true. Woohoo.
But definitely, if you're looking to be a part of the team, or to be able to come to Dragon Con for a far less expensive way,
Far less
because
expensive.
one-time fee of $20, and as long as you do well as a volunteer, you can go from track to track. Like each year, you can try something different if you wish.
But we don't like that. We want you to come and
Come be with us. It's fine.
Unless you suck, in which case we'll jettison you to someplace else.
Like Scott. No.
No.
I know Tyra won't let me be mean to Scott.
I'll let you be mean to Scott.
But you know what? He's not
Especially
even
'cause
here
he's
to
in my
defend
den.
himself.
He is
But he should be.
downstairs.
Yeah, it's not my problem.
He's
He should have
keeping my
known I'm
husband
going to
entertained.
drag him. It's Dragon Con now.
Oh.
But yeah, we have a spot open, and you do not need to know
No.
everything about tech. If you're willing to learn how to hit a few buttons on a computer, and how to turn a few knobs on a soundboard, how to tell people no, they can't come in politely because the room's full.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've got plenty of great people, and we have teams. You're never alone.
Yeah.
Or rarely alone. Usually it's 2 people at a table for each panel.
We don't leave you alone until you know what you're doing. Like,
yeah, we take care of you.
And we usually don't try to leave anybody alone, because you just never know. I mean, we've been really lucky. We've not had any, what's come to our panels for the most part. So we haven't had to have anybody jettison.
Yeah. I don't know why, because it's going to be a really, really, really bad con. If it happens, I kind of want to do. Yeah, I've had enough, buddy. Come on, we're leaving. But honestly, no, we attract the best energy, the best people. Sometimes people get upset and they leave. Well, honestly, it's hard to tell because they never storm out. But sometimes people just leave, and that's what panels are like. But
so that was awesome.
We glitched.
We glitched.
I glitched. So, whatever.
Taylor Swift has a song called "Glitch," and I think that's what we're doing.
Well, on that note, everybody, I think that was all the announcements. If you're a panelist,
that was a lot.
You can request your feedback. Yeah, man. Mark Gunn, I just looked up Mark Gunn, one of his many 5-star reviews. Amazing in all caps. Give him a bigger platform. I think we're at that point. I think we're going to have to do the wrap up with him in the Crystal from now on.
I would love to, unfortunately, he does that right when I'm trying to get the room back.
I know.
Because we have to, we come in on Wednesday and we leave on Monday. And every single year I'm like, I'm going to make it. No, don't make it. It fucking makes me mad. Because I love Mark. I've known Mark for decades. Literally. I've known him longer than I know my husband. Longer than I've known you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Alpha last week, Tyra. This is the greatest review. Didn't know they had CDs. Just kidding. Mark Gunn's the best. But man, a lot of them are saying
CDs.
time to get a bigger room, bigger. Here's the beautiful story about that. When I discovered this con and this track and that specific panel, 10 of us in a room. And I went because I just didn't know what it was like. And long story short, Mark Gunn inadvertently or indirectly, but directly helped name Success Freaks, the podcast. And we had a mutual friend and all this other stuff. And so he was on the kickoff panel and he said, Mark Gunn, I was like, hey, blah, 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 blah. I'm Charles from Success Freaks. Like, oh, wait, is your partner or more than mine? Like, yeah. And are you the Mark Gunn that named the show? You know, it was fun moment. That's how we met each other in real life, is in that moment. So anyway, I went to the final panel, 10 of us sitting around. Next year, 10 or 12. But ever since we moved downstairs and we've just put a different energy on it, we've made it a big deal that I don't know why, honestly. I don't think we did anything special other than really put intent on it. Like, we love it. This is a big thing. It has just gotten bigger and bigger. And Marky was saying that last year too. He's like, holy crap, man, this has gone from just a few of us hanging out because we're podcast geeks to this is one of the biggest, and not the biggest. He does some pretty big rooms through the weekend, but it's one of the biggest and best rooms I play this whole con. And this past year, max seating room, we filled it. That's filled awesome. It on a Monday morning at 11 a.m. We didn't turn anybody away because it's Monday. Nobody's going to come check. Nobody cares. But, you know, people were sitting on the floor. There's Jen.
There's Jen.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about you, girlfriend.
Oh, this will never happen. Somebody put, and I get it. I love it. Somebody put, would love it to be longer. It's like, yeah, no, we're good to get the 45 minutes out of that one. You know, he's played all weekend.
No, it's true. And he has, I don't know if he has a night concert.
He has in the past for sure. Something about hobbits, I want to say.
Oh, he does play the hobbits. That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Why are you oopsing, Jen?
Because she just came in an hour late.
Oh, it's okay.
She didn't change her clocks 2 weeks ago. So.
Oh, well, she just didn't want to listen to us ramble like two crazy people with bad internet tonight. It's been a show, Jen.
It's been a show.
It's been a show.
It has been.
But, and.
Actually, it's not.
There we go. Now, what's that?
Well, I'm going to have to keep hitting it because it's a short clip. Remember, we did that last week. But Tyra, where can they find you?
Yes. Oh, where can they find you, Charles? Because you're now frozen on my screen.
TyraBurton.com is where you can find Tyra. That's TYRA Burton.com. And you can find me at, where'd I go? Linktree is RGOP42. So you can find everything that I do there. And of course, we have the Linktree for the DC Digital Media Track. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to restart this music here in just a second. It's going to end.
We were gone for a very long time.
Yeah, but we're back now.
Oh, Jen's been watching on the down low.
Oh, sure. All right, everybody.
I see.
We're going to go out to this world. Hope you have a great week, Tyra.
You too. See you at Conjuration. Find me on TyraBurton.com. Where can they find you?
I talked about all that. I don't know. So
did you?
You can't find me. I'm out. I'm not doing it again. You should have paid attention the first time. Let's be awesome together this week.
Bye, y'all.